I've got a secret.
Tell me.
Then it wouldn't be a secret.
Perhaps it's only a secret only fully becomes itself when you reveal it.
I'm not sharing it with anyone.
You already have.
I haven't told anyone.
You shared it with yourself, with your conscience. You might as well tell me.
I can't decide if I want to reveal or conceal it.
We are not alone. Society is in the same position. We've never been more confused about whether to invest in transparency and accountability or secrecy and privacy.
Tell me more.
Think about it. The 20th century saw both the spread of freedom of information legislation around the world and the formalisation of intelligence agencies.
Are we being watched?
Probably. I mean, there are 4 million CCTV cameras in the UK. We're caught in the transparency-secrecy nexus. The mass availability of technologies of surveillance and information exchange together ensure you are both agent and object of intelligence. You can use technology to help you uncover secrets, but it also means that someone else can uncover yours.
Shh, keep your voice down.
That's no secret. This tension is also embedded in neoliberalism. Public services, which should be accountable and transparent to us, are subject to corporate interests and run by contractors who hide behind commercial and confidence clauses.
This is sensitive information.
I'm just talking about the two sides that the secret holds in tension: concealment and revelation. Moments of privacy and moments of publicity. This is central to politics. Just look at America.
You mean Bush versus Obama?
It was presented as a clear choice. For a long time now, I remember Obama saying, there's been too much secrecy in this city. That wasn't a one-off. Obama's whole presidential campaign was geared towards making government more open. It was as much a moral as political gesture.
It's not genuine, though. He's continuing to invoke the state secrets privilege, and his reaction to WikiLeaks makes the commitment to transparency laughable.
But that just proves my point.
Which is?
That the presentation of the political debate between these two poles, between secrecy and transparency, fails to understand the secret.
So, how can we get beyond the opposition?
Well, now that's my secret. If I tell you, I'll have to kill you.
Yeah, I'll take my chances.
Okay, listen. We need to become post-secret.
Doesn't Obama think he's post-secret, with his morally superior stance to state secrecy?
I don't mean post-secret in the sense of being beyond secrecy. The post indicates a working through.
How will post-secrecy work through the secret?
Well, it'll help us to question whether secrecy and transparency are really opposites in the way the transparency movement assumes. As far as I can see, there are 4 main reasons why secrecy and transparency are not mutually exclusive. Are you listening?
Go ahead.
First, for transparency to be known as transparency, there must be some agency, such as the media or government, that legitimizes it as transparent. And because this legitimizing agent does not itself have to be transparent, there is a limit to transparency.
Like how WikiLeaks, an organisation dedicated to transparency, is itself a largely anonymous techno-human assemblage.
Right.
And the second?
Well, there are a few thinkers out there who claim that the public is only unified in and constituted by its bid to uncover secrets. Far from being the direct opposite of transparency, the secret actually generates transparency as the ideal of the public sphere.
Third?
As I told you a moment ago when you boasted of having a secret must reveal, if not its content, then its secret status, if only to the secret bearer. If I'm to possess and keep a secret, I must tell it to myself, and in that moment of keeping the secret, I have always already broken any promise to keep it. Some minimal disclosure must be present in the secret.
Okay.
At the same time, this relation to the secret within the self can work the other way too. It can also mean that there is always something in us that is secret, something other, even to ourselves.
You said there were 4 reasons why secrecy and transparency aren't mutually exclusive.
Well, fourth, even a revealed secret doesn't necessarily enter the realm of the transparent or knowable. A told secret is simply, perhaps just unsecret, in the same way that vampires are described as undead. The former is no more uncomplicatedly transparent than the latter is alive. Revelation is not the same as transparency.
Right, and what's transparent isn't necessarily knowable either. Think about the reams of data online, too deep to be visible. I've been thinking that mass transparency starts to look very much like another form of secrecy.
We have to keep this secret. No one's going to like it. It goes against the grain of liberal orthodoxy, against this call to free our data. Transparency is administered to cure everything from city greed and future economic crisis to global warming. It's assumed the status of a global good.
I guess the mutually implicated relationship between secrecy and transparency suggests philosophical reason as to why we should be wary of the uncritical endorsement of one at the expense of the other.
Right. Also, transparency is always promoted as being in the service of democracy, but if democracy is to mean anything, it must be hospitable to multiple singularities, which might include those who do not wish to participate or belong, those who want to remain secret. Democracy must tolerate secrets as singularities. Democracy is nothing but the play between openness and secrecy, between belonging and non-belonging.
Where does that leave Obama and the transparency movement?
Well, transparency might be doomed because it cannot accommodate those who want to be exempt from its project, those who want to remain secret. Everyone has to be on board, and then transparency begins to look less like an agent of democracy and freedom and more like totalitarianism.
So that's why we need the post-secret. By acknowledging the fragility of any community built upon either an embracement or denouncement of the secret, by accepting the role played by unknowability and the importance of secrets as singularities, we may be able to escape the endless oscillation between concealment and revelation.
Are you going to tell me your secret now?
That was it, right there, then.
But that was my secret.
Shh, don't tell anyone.